Hey guys, it's me, Ben. Bet you thought there wasn't going to be a vlog coming out this week. There almost wasn't, honestly. I was procrastinating all week, and there's a couple of reasons for that. I'm going to get into that before we get into my weigh-in, my weekly weigh-in, and my blood results for the week. Just a brief background, right? I used to weigh 250 pounds. Last week I weighed 162.6. So that was over the course of about a year and a half. I went from 250, approximately 250 down to, well, I got below 150 on Mounjaro. I got below 150 and I came off the Mounjaro about 8 months ago because I kept losing weight. I just couldn't stop, right? And my doctor thought it would be a good time, since I'd lost all that weight, to try to let my body try to regulate, because I'm a type 2 diabetic, try to regulate my blood sugars now. That I'm a little less heavy, there's a little less strenuous workload on it, so to get that done. And as it turns out, with all the lifestyle changes I've made a lot of them. I quit smoking, I quit drinking, I really watch what I eat, processed foods and everything. I barely eat any of that crap anymore. I try to weigh, I weigh really heavily on proteins and fats these days. I don't discount the carbohydrates 100%. But I can tell you that my intake of those are probably 10% of what it used to be before I lost all the weight. I've made a lot of lifestyle changes. Back when I was eating a lot, I was looking at myself and I was like, man, I want to get in shape, because my kids are getting to that adult age and I'm watching my friends with their grandkids. And I was thinking, my kids have kids. I'd really like to be alive to see that. So in fact, I do have 2 now. So I'm almost 60. So, time's a ticking. And I want to spend as much time with my 2 grandkids as I possibly can. I know, I never thought I'd feel like that. And if there's guys out there, you got your kids and you can't even imagine it, that was me. You can't imagine it. It's so great. You just can't. Wait till the time comes for you. You're going to love it. Anyway, I get distracted very easily. That's another thing if you're new to the channel. If you guys have been hanging around for a while, you know that. Anyway, we're going to get into my weight and my blood sugar a little later, but I want to tell you something. I want to make an excuse before I do my weigh-in, really. That's what I'm really working up to, is I'm kind of explaining why I've gained all this weight this week, because I don't know that I have. I only weigh once a week, by the way, in these vlogs. So it's been about a week and a half, honestly, since the last vlog. So in that week and a half, what's been happening? Why? What's been going on, right? It's been cold as hell here, you guys. I don't know about where you're at in the United States, but here where I'm at in the central United States, in a little unknown state, flyover state called Oklahoma, it was cold as hell here for like a week. In fact, it was so cold that my well pump froze. That was expensive, right? That was, I called the well pump guy out. He came out, $2,500, Ben, I'm sorry, everything's so expensive. It more than tripled since I had the last one put in, but that was, 18 years ago. So a lot of money for a well pump. So that money spent, then my hot tub froze and I had to have that repaired, and all the lines below it had all frozen. So that ended up costing me $2,500. Actually, it was $2,400, but God bless. That's $5,000 on cold damage in the last week. Now, before I made all these lifestyle changes, how would I have reacted to that, right? Stress eating, right? I used to be a stress eater, but I made a lot of lifestyle changes, and stress eating was one of those things that I eliminated, or so I thought. I kind of stress ate this week, you guys. I got to be honest with you. My son and his wife are living with me with their baby for the time being, because they're building their new house and rent's just so stupid. And I've got extra room, so I was like, hey, this will give me a great opportunity to spend time with the grandkid, and they can save some money for their furnishing their new house. So like I said, my son and his daughter are living with me, and they're younger, and they're in good shape so far, and they can eat whatever they want. You guys remember those days when you can eat whatever you want? Me neither. I never could. Even in middle school, I had to watch what I ate. Otherwise, I'd be huge. I was still pretty big. But my kids, they don't have that issue, right? So before they moved in, and I'm on this weight loss and blood sugar thing, trying to maintain, you know, good numbers. Before they moved in, I would reach for a snack and it would be an apple or a pear. Don't get me wrong, they're still there. And I still do that. When I reach for a snack, I generally reach for the healthy choice. But with the well pump being 2,500 and the hot tub being 2,400, that's pretty much a pretty big hit to the pocketbook. And I stress ate. I reached for the box of chips that my son and his wife keep in my pantry, which were not there before, and it's just too tempting. And I ate like 2 bags. So I've got 2 bags. You know, they're the little ones that come in the box, right? The combo packs. And I ate 2 of those bags at first. And then, you know, I went back about half an hour later and I ate 2 more. So that happened a couple days in a row. So I don't know. I've been watching pretty much every other. This week has been terrible, right? And I got kind of chastised in the comments, and probably for good reason, because I am coming up with excuses, right? My shirt says stronger than excuses, right? But I have been coming up with excuses about why I haven't been working out lately. Now it is 24 degrees and my workout is walking in my neighborhood. I ain't doing that at 24 degrees. I'm on blood thinners, first of all, so 70 degrees is still pretty cold to me, right? But in the comments, a guy said, well, it's no excuse. You should get a treadmill or something. Well, I just spent all that money on my hot tub and my water well. So there's not going to be a treadmill in my future, but that doesn't negate the fact that I couldn't do something. I could go to Walmart. I hate Walmart. Oh, I hate it. But I could walk around Walmart for a while just to get it in, right? Because this isn't forever. I'm looking at the weather forecast and it's already going to be 40 degrees today after being in the 20s for a week, right? That sucked. But it's going to be 40 today, so it's thawing out. So I'm going to get back to it. But I'm not going to make excuses either, because there were other means. Like the guy said in the comments, there's always something you can do. Get a treadmill, right? He was right. There is always something I can do. I could have gone to Walmart. I could have done a billion different things. I could have gone to the mall, walked around the mall. Remember how the old people used to walk around the malls? I don't know. Do they still do that? Maybe I'll be one of those people. Who knows? Anyway, so the stress eating thing came back. I thought that was a lifestyle change that I was able to dump forever, but it wasn't. It builds up. So, right, I feel a little defeated from that, but I'm not giving up, right? It just means I got to start over again. That's all, just from that. So we're going to find out how much I weigh in a little bit. But I wanted to explain if it's gone up from 162.6 to some unbelievable number this week. Who knows? Let's find out. So anyway, this is an update video. So let's get the update, right? I weighed 162.6 last week, and my blood sugar last week was 121. Unfortunately, and this is why I think this is another indicator maybe my weight went up a little bit. Unfortunately, my blood sugar average this week went up 5 points, which still isn't too bad. 126, that's really great. Considering that when I started the Mounjaro, before I got put on the Mounjaro, my blood sugar was at 474 and my A1C was at 10.6. I dropped that on Mounjaro down to my A1C down to 5.4, and my blood sugars are ranging anywhere from 111 to about 130 these days. So I'm not even on any kind of diabetes medication at all. I've been maintaining through diet and exercise up to now. This last week, the exercise porting, and honestly, the week prior to that, not so good either. I need to get back on that horse, you guys. I'm sorry. I apologize for slacking on you. But the last week was 162.6. Let's find out what the weight is this week. All right, well, you may notice that there's much less dog hair on the floor these days, and that's because I got one of those Robo-Vacs. I got the Q5 Plus, man. That thing is awesome. If you guys I'm telling you, it takes all the effort. I was worried about it getting clogged up with dog hairs, but that didn't happen. And here I go again, getting off subject. Let's get the weight done. Last week it was 162.6, and this week it is, Y'all, I dodged a bullet on that one. 161.4. I was like, oh, please forgive me. I felt so bad last week when I was eating those bags of chips, and I even hid them when I threw them away so my wife couldn't see them and scold me, because she would too if she saw that. They're the worst things in the world for you, and I feel so guilty about eating them. I'm just so glad I kind of got away with it a little bit. 161.4, won't be making that mistake again, I hope. I got some work to do on my stress eating, apparently. Hopefully there will be no more stressors like those two things, the well and the hot tub going bad. Anyway, my blood's a little elevated this week, 126, and that could be because of the stress this week. I hear that stress can cause blood sugars to elevate. I don't know how true that is. If you've heard that as well, comment below and let me know that you've heard that, or comment below and let me know that I'm nuts. So anyway, you guys, what a great surprise, 161.4. That's awesome. Oh, one more thing before I go. There's been a lot of comments about the beard, mostly from the ladies. They didn't like it when it was long. Now, what do you think? I got it trimmed up a little bit, right? KH likes it. She says she likes it better than when it was longer. But what's the deal with the beard, right? Why do you want to see my face so bad? You don't want to see that. You guys have already seen me naked a couple videos ago. You don't want to see that again, do you?